If you're an entrepreneur in your 20s, stick around because this video is for you. I'm gonna be breaking down everything that I learned in the last year as a 24-year-old entrepreneur so you could skip the struggles and start seeing results way faster than I did in my online business. If you don't know me, my name is Brian. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur, and in the last year, I've been building an online business from scratch. I literally started from zero and I've been working my way up, and I fought tooth and nail to try to figure out exactly how to get the results that I'm getting right now. And it took me a while to get here. So you're going to be able to skip way past that. And in this last year, I've been able to work with a bunch of six-figure entrepreneurs, helping them scale their business up, helping them make money. And I've been building up my own coaching business, and that's been doing numbers for me as well. As you can see, I literally just moved into a new crib. So I'm going to give you everything that you guys need as a 24-year-old entrepreneur, what you needed to hear, what I needed to hear at the time. And if you want to see my journey as I'm building up, I'm literally documenting the entire process from day zero, literally when I just moved into this house, to I think we're at day 13, and we just signed a big client, a client that I've been watching for the last year in this space. And I finally got to hop on a call with her last week, chopped it up, talked for an hour, and she finally signed yesterday. And I'm like super excited to start working with her because it's just been a surreal feeling because I've just been watching her on YouTube for the longest, and now we're here. So let's get into this video. So one of the main things that really stopped me from even getting any type of results, I had a bad case of shiny object syndrome. And in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure out my way, trying to figure this business out and trying to make money as fast as possible, which was my first red flag. Trying to make fast money is never going to work out in your favor. I realized you just need structure. You need time to build out an actual system before you can even think about making hella amounts of money. But I digress. One of the main things as to why I didn't make a lot of money in my time of building this business up in the past year was because I had shiny object syndrome. So when you're building up a business, you're going to run into a lot of issues. And when I say a lot of issues, any type of issue that you think you can think of, and even things you don't think of, are going to pop up in your way, and it's your job to figure it out. But when those issues came to me, it was just like I got frustrated. I wasn't making any money. I felt burnt out. So I was like, maybe this is not for me. So I would look for other routes. I was trying to get into drop shipping. I was doing trading. I was doing wholesaling. And like, I didn't even know anything about these. I just saw people making money in the space. And I was just like, maybe this is easier than what I'm currently doing right now. And that thought process is just like a never ending loop. Like you put your foot into one end, like maybe you're like 50% into coaching, and then 50% you're somewhere else, and you're trying to build two things at once, and it's just like it's impossible to actually get anywhere if your focus is all over the place. Like, I was watching an Alex Hormozi podcast, and he was just talking about how a lot of entrepreneurs, they reset their clock. They reset their clock for success, right? So the way it works is it takes about 8 to 10 years for you to actually be successful in anything. Like, to be multi-million-dollar status, to be living that lifestyle that you're dreaming of. But in order for you to get there, you have to focus on one thing and figure it out as you go. If you're in multiple things, trying to dibble and dabble in other aspects, other business ventures, it's not gonna work out for you. Like, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work out. Like, I had the craziest ego. I thought I could just do all of this I wanted. I'm like, man, I'm like that. I can handle it. But in reality, is if you think you're gonna beat someone who's putting 100% effort into one thing, and you're putting like 25% effort into a bunch of different things, what makes you think you're gonna get as far as that other person that's putting 100% behind it? So it's just like you can't be looking at other people's results as you're going through this process. Every business works, and you could literally force any business to work if you want to make it work. Like, it's that simple. You could force anything to work if you just stick at it long enough and just continue to build up in the process. And the issue is that a lot of entrepreneurs, they're just one foot in, one foot out. So when you're looking at other people's grass, it's like, it may seem greener, but they're literally just not telling you the bad parts about the business. They're just showing the highlights of it all. And that's what gets you to be like, maybe I can actually do this. And then once you actually get into the field, you realize it's a lot of BS. It's a lot of issues, and every business has their issues. You just got to figure out those issues. You beat that boss, you get to the next level, and there's going to be another problem that you have to face, and you beat that boss. So it's a never-ending cycle of just getting better, fixing problems as they come, and just staying in your own lane, and just sticking to what you feel like you're called for. Whether it's a coaching business, where it's a physical business, where it's a service-based business, whatever it is, stick to it and figure it out, because you can figure it out if you just focus on one thing for a long amount of time. The second thing that I learned throughout my whole journey of just building up this business as a 24-year-old entrepreneur is that faith is actually better than hard work. And now, like, you might be like, okay, I could just work hard. I don't gotta like no. Faith is actually going to make up of 80% of your success. Because in my case, right, when I was like trying to build this business up, I didn't fully believe that I could do it. Like I always knew I could be successful, and I always knew I'd make money in this space somehow, some way. I didn't know if it was going to be through coaching, if it was going to be through something else, but I always had that belief that I was going to be successful in whatever I had. But it wasn't until like I really logged in, I really believed that I could make money as a coach online. And that's when it started happening. That's when like once you have that belief, that real raw belief that this is actually possible for you, that's when you actually like put in the work behind it, because the belief system is so strong. You can't do anything without having the actual belief that you can do this, you can make it happen, it is possible for you. And it's like envisioning the success before it even happens. I feel like that's harder than just putting in hard work, because anybody could do a hard work. Literally anybody could just work hard at something and it could work out for them. But if you don't have that belief that is actually going to be pushing you towards that success, that's going to be like those late nights where you don't feel like doing nothing, but every time that you feel like giving up, you're just like, I believe that I could do this, so I'm gonna do it. Like it's just that simple. That belief seeps into other aspects of life. Like people could feel that belief, people could feel that conviction, they can feel that passion coming from you, and they're just gonna naturally want to help you out or want to be around you or want to work with you. So that belief is gonna carry a lot of the success that you're gonna have. Like have that belief, because no one else is gonna believe it for you. You have to have that belief for yourself, and that energy is gonna transfer to other people, and they're gonna start seeing that it's possible for you. And it's just a never ending cycle. It wasn't until I actually believed that it was already done that it started affecting everything else. So like even probably until we're in November right now, I would say around September really is when the business started like picking up, and that's when I was really like, okay, I'm gonna make this work. I believe that I can make 20K, 30K months, and I'm gonna do it. Like that was it, and I just started moving like it was already done. Like I was able to sign a bunch of clients in that week. I promise you, in that week there was a switch. There was a switch in the mentality, and I was just like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Boom, hopped on a client, signed for 3K. Boom, hopped on with another client, signed for 4K. Boom, ran a webinar with a rev share client that I have, and boom, we're just making money. It was just like, once that belief is set in your mind, your reality is gonna make it happen. The next thing that I learned was that I had to get rid of old habits, right? I was always a person that I always wanted to figure things out as I go, and that's not a bad habit to have. But one of my weaknesses was that I did not like doing research, and I did not like doing research. I used to smoke a lot. Like I used to smoke like 3 times a day, every day. I didn't care to like just get better overall. I was just like I was very used to getting complacent to where I was at, and it was just like if I wanted to get to that next level, I had to let those old habits go. I started working out more. I started reading books more. I started watching podcasts. I started watching long form content. I actually took the time to understand what is the difference between good content and bad content. What the difference was between a good school community and a bad school community. What the difference was between an actual good coaching program and a bad coaching program. And it was just like, as I got more invested into just learning to improve, like it was to the point I didn't care about results. I was just like, results is a byproduct of your improvement, and that's all I cared about. I was just like, okay, I have to get better at my ability to research, so let me just focus on that. I have to get better at marketing. Let me go watch videos on marketing. I have to get better at getting more people into a school community, so let me go watch videos on that. I was like, let me understand how webinars actually work. I started watching a perfect webinar, and it was just like, as I got better at just improving my skills in certain aspects, that's when the results came. My old self was only going to get as far as it could at the moment. Like I had to completely detach from just my old self and get into a new type of mindset, a new type of personality where I was like, I was hungry. I was trying to get better. I was trying to improve. I was trying to be nothing like who I used to be. And every single thing that I let go from my old personality, it was just like I would be rewarded with something even better with like who I was trying to become. So if you're an entrepreneur in your 20s, just know that you got this. You could figure this out. It's you versus you at the end of the day. And there's no one that's going to help you out. There's no one that's going to save you. There's no one that's going to just come up to you and be like, hey, I'm going to hand you the blueprint to $1 million. No one's going to do that for you. You have the ability to fix it yourself. And once you are on that path to fixing it yourself, people are naturally going to be attracted to you. You're going to see doors start to open up for you. You're going to see a different level of hungriness and just like success as you go down that path. and you fully go down that path. So whatever path you're on, whether you feel like giving up, whether you feel like you're getting complacent, you're getting comfortable with where you're at, keep going. Keep going because you're not there yet. You're not done yet. You still got a lot of ride in you. So keep going. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, I have another video that shows you how to get ahead of 99% of people in the next 6 months. So I'm going to link that here. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe and just leave a comment down below. Like what is something that you learned within your own experience as an entrepreneur, and what would you want other people to know, or something that I just missed out? So leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.